Now, I know for a fact that I've already touched on this subject. I know I have, but I've been inclined to speak on it just a little bit more because it's just a strong thing that's going down. There's a breakdown in communication in the families, and this is one of the problems. It's not about who said what about you and everything else. It's the attitudes after you overcame. That's what causes a lot of division as well. Let me give you an example of what that means. I'm talking about the person who overcame whatever they overcame was not expected to make it, and those who knew about it and just gave lip service to it, they won't even acknowledge it, and they won't even say, I'm sorry. That's what I'm talking about. See, I don't know about you guys, but I've encountered in my lifetime and spoken to other people too, that they have some family members who are quick to give lip service to everything. But once you touch on their situation, you the bad guy. Or they use God as a defense. Try to distract you from the main topic. They don't expect you to know anything. But little do they realize while you were going through what you were going through, you were given information about these people's behaviors while you were suffering. Somebody had your back. And that somebody who had your back knew that whatever it is that you were going through, and this could be any type of trial, those people who had your back were sitting and watching because they knew in the back of their mind who you really were. They knew you were going to survive. And they were around these people who turned their backs on you. They heard the conversations. And they didn't say, they defended you, but they didn't say anything because they're thinking in the back of their mind, So I have a message for the people who just want to ignore giving an apology. Watch that shit. Watch that shit. Because a day is going to come where you're going to go through something or make a serious major mistake, and you're going to expect support and you're not going to get it, because the same way that you treated the person who's suffering is going to be done to you. It might be your children ignoring you, not having time for you. It might be a loss of a job that you had for many years for no apparent reason. Something dear to your heart is going to turn against you because you didn't open your heart to the person who was suffering. I'm not saying this as a threat or anything like that. I'm just telling you how energy works. It don't go nowhere, people. And let's say that you are the person that's on the other side and you finally do confront whoever it is you want to confront for whatever reason. They're going to have the nerve to tell you to get over it. Let it go. It was in the past. But when it's time for them to go through some shit, okay? When it's time for them to suffer for whatever it is or go through something, they want everybody within earshot to drop what the fuck they're doing to help them with their problem. And their problem that they're going through later on is affecting them in a higher degree of devastation than the shit you were going through, and what they're going through was nothing as nearly as serious as what you went through. Not as serious, but it's a catastrophe. It's Armageddon. They will be calling you back to back, texting you, inboxing you. When you finally call back, they're in a state of panic over something that doesn't even have a tenth of a degree of severity of what you went through. But they want you to drop your shit, knowing that they weren't there for you. Knowing that they weren't there for you. I'm talking about those people. There's something wrong with these folks. Something really wrong. First of all, why weren't they there in the first place? Always got to ask that. In my past, I've had people turn around and tell me, oh, I prayed for you, and I knew something was wrong, and da-da-da. Well, bitch, why didn't you say something? Why didn't you come talk to me? Why didn't you extend your hand or listen to what the fuck I had to say? Come on now, so I'm supposed to just sit up here and think, oh, well, that's so nice, that's so... Hell no. And you wonder why I don't communicate with, I'm not communicating with you because, see, I done peeped your game. You're phony. You're fake. And I learned that through my process of coming over. Because, see, when you go through what I went through, you start to learn about human behavior. You start learning about the characteristics of people. See, that's part of the therapy as well. Is learning how to understand and relate to people so you won't go back to that dark place anymore. Learning how to navigate in this world. And that means watching nonverbal communication or the verbal. And sometimes it's a devastating thing because the people that you thought that wouldn't act this way, they wind up acting that way, and you could have known them for years. But then when you finally do blow up and say something because it got on your damn nerves, you're the bad guy, you're told to get over it. Oh, that was in the past. Oh, the Lord said, no. The only thing I want from you is an apology. Apologize from your heart. And don't do it and waiting for me to put your ass on the spot. See, that's the problem I have. Why these people got to be put on the spot before they say anything? Ain't no getting over it. I don't want to forget what happened to me. I don't want to forget it because I learned so many lessons. And in order for me to remember the lessons, I got to remember the situation. That's the healthy way of dealing with it. So I can help other people who are going through it. So I was like, okay, I've been in that place. No, I don't want to forget it. But I got to be careful who I have in my soul tribe, people. And you do too. I used to hear when we went to meetings and groups all the time, I used to hear people say, I just want my old life back. You're not going to get it back. Because once you get through this and become healthy, you're going to be a different person and you're going to see shit differently. So you're not going to get back what you had before. You're going to get better. You're going to get more. You're going to have more clarity. You're going to have better people in your life. You're going to have more money in your life. You're going to have a better home situation. You're going to be dating different types of people. Everything's going to be different because you're different. Because all that bullshit that you were programmed with has been purged. So no, you're not going to get your old life back. Sorry, not sorry. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and let you guys go. But yeah, just, for those of you who are kind of going through that, be mindful. Don't let the phony slide in. Don't let them slide in, because I'm going to tell you something. If they go around saying, oh, I prayed for you and you didn't hear shit from them when you were going through it, that's one type of faker. Stay away from them. The second type is the one that says, oh, well, I asked and nobody would tell me anything, but they can't Google shit. They didn't make any effort on their own. Stay away from them because they're fakers. These two types of people were not expecting you to make it, and they were probably the main ones that were tearing you down when you were suffering. Don't pay no attention to these damn people. Be civil when necessary. That's all. And keep it moving. They didn't do you no good when you was in your darkest hour, and they damn sure don't need to stand in the sunlight with you. Leave them alone. With that being said, I'm going to go ahead and let you guys go, and you have a great day.